Hey, what's up? My name is Daniel. Over the last month, I fulfilled a little dream of mine and converted my Mercedes G-Class into a camper build. I'm currently on my way through the Swiss Alps and thought it's a great opportunity right now to talk a little bit about my setup.
Woke up, hopped out of bed, feeling great. Felt refreshed as the shower water hit my face. Headed to the kitchen and I'm about to get a plate. Chest up, shoulders back, yeah, I'm walking straight.
So this is a 2013 Mercedes G350, so the diesel version. This gives me the best fuel consumption. Obviously this is a tank, but I can still get great range out of it. It has a 100-liter fuel tank, and if I really don't go crazy on the Autobahn, I'm getting a range of 1,000 kilometers, which is insane. It is a complete stealth camping project, so let's get into some details. So if I open the back door here, you can already see this is not your typical G-Wagon trunk. I have a big old mattress on top, which is gonna fold up into the front. And below the mattress, I have this wooden interior solution, which has drawers down here. It's made by a German manufacturer, Oryx Solutions, if you wanna check them out. So these drawers are fixed while driving. You have to press a button to open it, and then you get a bunch of space. This goes pretty deep. I have some clothes here, some boxes, and I put a wooden cutting board on top of it. So I actually, if I open it just this way, I have like something to work on. And also on the other side, which is one of my favorite features. So the drawer on this side is a bit smaller, but you can pull out this one, which is basically like your cooking table. You can put your cooker here or your coffee, whatever. And then below, this is kind of my kitchen appliances, just different things that you kind of need. I got this set of pots and pans. I found these pretty bowls on Amazon. I think they look super nice. This is all shopped in Germany, so I'll try to link everything down below. Some pasta, a Red Bull. This is my toiletry bag. There's a bunch of stuff in it. Löwenanteil is also a German company, and they make this amazing food, which is actually made for eating at home, but I found it to be amazing while camping. So you just take these. I have a bunch of them here. In here I have a bunch of small stuff like for dishes, rubbish bags. One of my proudest possessions I got for this trip is this cream white Yatelli coffee espresso maker. I have some sweets. These go well as dessert. In the back here I just have more food and snacks. Then I have this military cutlery set, which I love. This little tiny thing has 5 spices in them. It is waterproof too. Of course, I brought some pesto. Back here I have one of these clamps, which are handy for literally anything. I almost forgot, for the coffee, I have this hand mill. You just grind away for a few minutes every morning. Get the coffee out into the espresso maker and enjoy a nice coffee. Once you're done, you just close this up, lock it, and that is it. The second one is really not so interesting. I have the wooden cutting board here, below some shirts, and below that some more clothing, and then behind that even more clothing. On this side I have 2 pairs of shoes. Those are my hiking boots and my running shoes. That's pretty much it in the back. Okay, let's go one to the front. In here, as you can see, the back seats are still fully inside. I have a box which is like soft for clothing stuff. The 2 covers for the table and the chair, which are both set up right now. These are very great. Also made by a German manufacturer, Naturbummler, if you want to check them out. Down here I kind of have my water solution. This is a 12-liter tank. I have this thing on top, which comes in extremely handy. So let's say you want to fill up some water, you just press this button and it will freaking pour water in for you. Coming around to the other side, I have my drone hung here because then I have just easy access if I want to shoot something. And then down here I have a cooler. It is super tiny. It plugs in the car or in my battery station, which I'm going to show you in a second. It actually has enough space for me. Like, I just put maybe a piece of meat inside or some yogurt. Since I'm camping solo, this is totally enough for me. In this center spot, I always have my backpack. It is the Peak Design everyday backpack. I love this one. So I have really a lot of space in this car. Like, as you can see, my passenger seat is free as well. This is the plug for the cooler in the back. This is currently a car charger and it puts out 100 watts. So this is super handy and it was just like 30 bucks. So it lives up here, charging different things like my power station actually. The power station I went with might surprise you because it is this tiny. It is the Anker Solix, the DC version, which has a USB-C 140 watt, another 140 watt, in and out by the way. You can charge this thing at 140 watts, another 100 watt, a 50 watt for smaller things, a solar in, so if you have a solar panel, you have the typical car socket, which is this big thing here, 2 more old USBs. It connects to your phone, which is sick. You can see the remaining runtime, how much input, how much output, but you can also see all of this on the screen. One really cool thing is on top you have a light. Let's turn it on and it's fairly bright even right now. So super happy with this little guy. Also has a carrying thing and it just fits in. I went for mostly small things, as you saw with the cooler. The chair is pretty big, the table is pretty big, so I had to make some compromise. Now let me show you the bedding situation. First thing, you need to push these front seats all the way forward and then you just flip the back seat to the front. Just do the same thing with the rest of the chairs. Okay, you campers are gonna judge me on this one, but I brought my full-size blanket and then I also have my full-size pillow. And now I'm just gonna grab the mattress and get it over here for a bit. So you take this, fold it to the front, and then part 2 is extend this all the way to the front. It is gonna lay on these wooden things that are mounted on the back seats. That was literally it. And now you can take your blanket and get all cozy. So I have the little remote of the heating system right here. When I sleep is I put this here, and then at 5 in the morning when it's just freezing cold, I press a button and the heating goes on and I'm gonna be nice and warm for getting up, which getting up in the freezing cold is just rough. So I'll use that for this. I won't let it run all night. Like it's nice and warm in here, but I also haven't done crazy temperatures. And yeah, this is fully set up bed now. If you look in the back, this is so cozy. Another cool thing for ventilation at night are these things. Also from Oryx Solutions, same company that did the bedding system. So you get your back window down and then you really just stick it on there. I mean, you see how easy that was. And that's it. Like, how sick does this look? So getting out of bed in the morning, you either go through the side doors or the back door, which does not have a handle inside on this 2013 model, but I've actually installed a small thing here, which if I lock the door, I can move this over to, you heard it, unlock the door. So that is one mini adjustment that I've done. So this 2013 model obviously came with a super outdated infotainment screen, which looked pretty much like this. You would use the dial here and go through the different settings. But then what I did is get this screen and you won't believe what it can do. So going out of this old system, I'm in a brand new Mercedes rebuild, like they kind of rebuilt the design of the screen to fit the Mercedes style. I can still use these dials to go through different applications, which is a brilliant solution. But the greatest thing about this, it is a full Android tablet. So as you can see, I have literally Android on here, just with this skin, I would call it. And if I go on navigation, it opens Google Maps, which is so great. But then you have music, which I linked with my Spotify app. And you don't have this crappy CarPlay kind of half thing over there where you cannot really use the app. So I'm loving this one. By the way, you can't forget about this guy. This is the adventure Lego man who is chilling here, and this guy really resembles me because I love to adventure and create, and this is literally that guy. I am overall really happy with this car. I'm glad I went with this model. The one before would be a bit old for me, and the newer ones definitely, I don't think you can take them to Africa and get them repaired just as easily as a bit of the older ones. Yeah, let's go back outside. Guys, this is going to conclude the setup tour of my beautiful Mercedes G350. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I'm gonna take this car on a lot of adventures. So if you want to follow along, subscribe and be sure to check out the latest video.
What? Oh my god, this looks insane.